till 9 o'clock?
No.
That's not my phone.
What is it? Frankie Bag of Donuts?
What the hell is this called, Kramer?
We need a system. It's gotta be here.
Why are they using so many colors? The numbers go up to 40.
Hey, on the stream, you can see just his midsection because he's looking for the noise.
All right, I'll be back.
Maybe it's not on this level.
What?
There's 4 different levels. Maybe we're on the wrong level.
He's back.
My computer. How do you shut it off?
Now you want some computer arrogance.
How long was the escalator ride up?
It felt like a couple of them.
You should always bring a pad and a pen.
What is it, John? How do I shut it
I
off?
have no idea what that is.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride and she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it.
When is the last time the 4 of us were in the same room together?
A couple weeks?
Last Thursday?
No. I've been gone longer than that. How long have I been gone for?
Oh, wait, you left the day after Christmas?
Day
You
after.
expect him to remember how long he's been gone. Gabe, that's literally why we have you here. You're
wasn't here either.
clerical. Yeah, thank you. Joshy wasn't here. Clerical, right?
Look.
You handle the numbers.
Look,
you
I'm
handle
here
the
every day,
facts.
guys. Like, whenever you guys show up, feel free to show up.
He's got us there, bud. He's got us there.
Whenever you want to come, the door's always open.
And
Put your
Gabe's
feet up on the
always
couch.
here.
I'll be right here.
You're like Norm from Cheers.
Yeah. You're a grinder, right?
Days run into each other, yeah.
You got the weekend off or no? Nah, you got to
Nope.
work.
Nope. We got game night Saturday. And the Marquette game. We'll be out at Steinhoffel's tomorrow for Marquette pregame.
What
in
was I going to buy
Waukesha.
at Steinhoffel's?
Oh, what? You want a deal?
No. Oh, the mattress.
You need
Too short.
Well, if you spend $3,000, you get a $100 gift card to the MU gift shop. I know you would probably love a Marquette hoodie.
Speaking of MU, did you pay off on your bet yet?
No. I think I have to wait until the season's over, football season.
I think that might be worse.
What? Waiting until the season's over?
Go like on Tuesday when it's snowing. There'll be no one there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to do it. I'm not one of these people who doesn't
Like
do their
the
best.
ACT?
I don't know how the ACT comes down to me. I was ready and willing to take the ACT.
It's easy to say that when you haven't done it.
But I'm saying I was willing to do it. I was like, Kyle, let me know when to take the ACT and I will be there. And then it was like,
a lot like me.
is this one of those
She's like, I've used every excuse, and that sounds like one of mine.
takes one to know one type of thing?
I got a lot of change. I bought a man bag yesterday, or actually, my wife bought me a man bag. I'm starting a trend.
Wait.
What is a man bag?
What do you describe this man bag?
Call it a purse.
Oh,
So it is a purse.
You bought a purse.
I don't call it a purse.
Well, no.
I
Why
call
would
it a man?
Why would
Although
you
that's
call it a
kinda
purse?
dangerous calling it a man bag.
Well, because you already got one of those.
Yeah, I know.
Your wife, we already know, carries it around.
That's true.
So I'm going to start a trend here. See if we can get this thing rolling.
You're going to
Wait, so-
start a trend?
Yeah.
The man purse
Have you
has been along for a long time.
No.
The kids are all wearing them.
They are
Why do
not.
I feel like I've seen Joshy with a man bag?
I would never. Never.
Whoa.
Man bag
there
doesn't
was
go with the flannel.
absolutely some judgment dripping off of that statement.
Well, it's more.
Wait, so is it like the fanny pack that people? Because I feel like the fanny pack has
Yeah.
now become like you wear it like your Rambo and just goes across the shoulder.
But it's
Chest
in the
bag.
back. It's like a some kind of backpack. It's leather. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. My wife's sick of carrying all my stuff when we go to dinner.
So she made you get
Wait,
one.
what
I have the
type
same
of
problem.
stuff are you making her carry?
Well, I'm going to the eye doctor today, and I'm prepared to have to wear glasses a lot. So she's sick of
Full-time?
carrying that. The phone I leave on the table when I leave the restaurant. Like I left my wallet the other day at the liquor store when I bought stuff.
Wait,
Just leaving a trail of chewy
wait,
breadcrumbs
okay. So
around
I'm
town.
trying to think of the mechanics of this. So you have your wallet.
I don't have pockets. Now I went
Yeah,
there
but-
without pockets.
Yeah, but you're holding your wallet.
Yes.
So So again, if I'm paying for something at the counter, I
No,
take out
no,
my
no.
card. The wallet is still in my hand. I'm
No,
not
I
putting
had
the
to
wallet.
get a case of wine.
Yeah.
Can't pick a case of wine up with one hand.
Two hands.
So
Yeah.
I put the wallet in the cart, and I was loading the bottles individually, and he said, no, I'll just go get you a case. So I unloaded the bottle and left the cart because he was bringing it right up to the
And
counter.
left your wallet in the cart.
Which happens.
Yeah, does happen. Phone, wallet, keys, glasses.
Glasses,
Anything
chapstick.
else? Chapstick?
Chapstick.
Now I'm starting to see why we need a bag.
That covers about everything I got. I got some gum.
Keys.
I got keys on the
part of
list.
it. I have an issue as a glasses wearer 24/7.
Yeah.
If I want to wear sunglasses, if we're doing something outside, I need prescription sunglasses. So I need a whole case for those as well. And that's where the girlfriend and I have a little battle where I'm trying to work out some room in her woman purse.
There you go. So I will put a pair of sunglasses in there as well.
It's a person purse is what
Yeah.
it is, Joshy.
What else would you put in there?
Sunglasses I got on the list. Yeah, you definitely need a purse. Like, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And more than 3, more than 4 items. This is like when you're at
Yeah.
the grocery
well,
store.
It's one of two things. You have one of two solutions here, Chew. You start wearing pants with pockets, or you get a man purse.
So that's a good point.
Happy hemp.
Okay, gummies.
just in case.
Well, you put them in your pocket, and it's 85 degrees out, and it just makes a mess.
Correct.
So then you have to take your pockets out of your jeans.
don't
and
you-
Just putting them wrong.
you just throwing them in your pocket? Like,
Yeah.
don't you have a little tin or a little?
Nah. So then you
You're a
have
rookie.
Jen. So then, then you put the pants in the dryer with the gummies, and they melt, and you can't get them out. So then you got to take the pocket and cut the bottom
What are
of
you?
it out.
You're like a child.
Yeah, I am.
It took you this long
You're
to
my
realize
kid
this?
who leaves paper in his pockets, and then we've got those little ball
Oh, yeah, they
spitballs
just
basically
all over
rolling
the
out of the
place.
dryer.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Yes, you need a bag.
yeah, I'm getting it's coming
have it.
tomorrow.
You have it.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay. It was
Yeah.
just ordered.
Yeah.
Dumpy in West Bend on the ESPN Milwaukee talk and text line weighing in saying, it's European.
Yes.
That's from the Christmas story,
Yes,
isn't it?
I
No, that's
carry
Seinfeld.
purse.
Oh, it is.
That's Seinfeld.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and I wonder if it'll catch on.
Are you going to wear it here?
I have no need.
Because you can leave the stuff in the car,
Yeah.
I
right?
don't want to get bullied by us.
Would you bully him for carrying
yes.
a purse?
Yes, you would.
Why?
Josh
Really?
Yeah. Because Mr. Manley over here worked on tobacco farms, only likes winners. He's going to start carrying around a man purse.
But
for his
wait a
little-
minute.
for his
Wait a minute.
little
This
things, so
is
keep all his things
this is
with
a dangerous, slippery slope you're walking into because now you're trying to make it seem as though a purse, which is extremely utilitarian,
Yeah.
is somehow feminine or less than masculine.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
But why? That doesn't
Because
make any
that's him.
sense.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that for this guy
Oh.
sitting over there, it's hard for him to argue.
He's saying that your past positions are making this difficult.
I'm in touch. Now, normally I would say I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm in touch with my soft side. I have a soft side.
I've never believed anything less.
No, he's in touch with it. He's aware of it. He chooses to actively ignore it,
Push
when
it down,
talking about today's
suppress
NFL.
it. Just absolutely. Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know what the best thing is? It has a thing that you can plug into. I don't know what it is. USB,
Wait,
USB.
your purse has a charger?
Yeah.
What the?
See?
I don't think you can take that on an airplane.
Really?
Because whenever I try to take my Away suitcase, which famously when Away jumped on the market, one of the big selling points, in addition to you being able to fit everything into it, was that it came with a battery and that you could charge your phone wherever you were. You weren't like beholden to the ports at the airports or the seats on the airplane charging your phone. But about 2 years ago, maybe more, maybe 3 years ago, they stopped allowing you to take lithium batteries on the plane. They can be in the cargo area, but they can't be in the cabin.
Yeah.
And so if you had an Away suitcase, they would make you take the battery out. So I stopped carrying the battery on my suitcase several years
Can
ago.
I cut it out? I can cut it out.
I'm sure
You
it's
said it was a
removable.
leather
I'm sure.
bag.
Yeah.
We're just going to start altering it?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to remove the
To
battery.
get it. Okay. I didn't know that.
Sure guess.
People are very interested in your man bag on the old ESPN Milwaukee talk
Again.
and text line.
Careful with the phrasing.
Man bag.
Well, no, I mean, you said people were interested in Chewy's man bag.
Old man bag. Let's be clear.
It's leather. No, the one I got from Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it wrinkly?
I just don't want Chewy's wife to get mad at anybody because they're
For
interested
touching my man bag.
in Chewy's man bag.
I thought Chewy was the one that threatened people's lives when they showed interest in his significant other. You're saying it goes both ways.
Oh, yeah.
I think the initial reaction is going to be, what the hell is he doing? And they're going to be like, next time they see me out and about, they'll be like, that's pretty
Can't
cool.
let this stand, guys.
What do you mean we can't let it
People-
stand?
He can't claim territory to the man bag when the man bag has been a big thing for
No,
men
it has
for
not. No.
since like 2018.
Yeah, I mean, the first Seinfeld episode about it was 1998.
Yeah.
26 years
But
ago.
it never took off.
It
It never took off.
it couldn't have taken off more in the past 5 years than it has. I'm not exaggerating.
What about
you need to watch athletes walking into NBA locker rooms more.
absolutely, 1,000,000%.
Just tune into TNT at 6:00 on a Thursday night.
Plus, also, isn't Alan from The Hangover Captain Man Bag? Wasn't that a famous
absolutely.
thing where he
Yeah.
showed
Oh,
up
that's-
to the
yeah.
bachelor
That movie
party
come out
wearing a man
2015?
bag?
Chew, I think you got too cute. I think you should have just gone straight fanny pack.
I
Everybody's
can't do
fanny.
that.
You
What,
wearing-
I wear the fanny pack. Look at mine, and this, by the way,
Yeah.
is disgusting right
You
now. It
and
absolutely needs to be thrown in
Could
the washing
you
machine.
imagine, Joshy, me wearing a what is that thing? A happy
Fanny
sack?
pack. Fanny pack.
A fanny pack.
You got a lot of words for your scrotum. I'm starting to figure that out.
A lot of words
fanny
for a lot of
pack.
things.
Hold on, picture this.
Yeah.
My fanny pack with my 7-inch inseam shorts. No, there is no
Oh, hold on.
fanny
How
pack
are you wearing the fanny
my
pack?
fanny pack with 7 inches
around your
Yeah.
belly.
No, no
No,
one wears
you
the
wear it
fanny pack
across your,
around
like,
the belly.
Rambo.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to show. You wear it across your body now.
yeah.
Yes, you wear it across
You
your
wa-
body.
yeah.
That's why he said like Rambo, which
Yeah.
by the way I think is a fantastic way to articulate it. You wear it like this.
Really?
See, yeah, across your body.
Yeah.
It's slung across my back, and then when I need it, you swing it around to the front, you unzip it, and then you swing it around to the back again. That looks good, right? Like, Gabe.
I mean, I don't know if it looks good, but
The
looks
thing is,
Looks better than around the belly.
correct.
meatheads
Yes.
like Chewy, the fanny pack is a big thing for guys at the gym. Like meatheads, the modern day meathead has a fanny pack.
modern day meathead.
Really?
Do you not see that at your
Seems
gym?
like a blog Chewy should start.
Modern day meathead. I kind of love it. We need a segment. I don't know what it's going to entail, but it's going to entail something. You know what it is? It's just Chewy realizing that things he's now doing have been being done for years.
For a while. I got to get on that. If I knew how to use a computer, I'd probably know a hell of a lot more.
You didn't bring Pinky, did
But
you?
look, Chew, look
No.
at, I want you to see in my fanny pack that I have slung across my chest. Look at how functional this
Yeah,
is.
that is.
Right?
Like we got a wallet over there, got
Yeah.
some gum,
Yeah.
A wallet.
some makeup.
Well, this is not gum. This is
Oh.
goodbye stress. These are my gummies, Chew.
Is there a diaper in there?
There's no diaper in
No?
here. There's some foundation. There's some lipstick. These are sunglasses. It's very functional. So I can understand why you,
Yeah,
in this
sure.
day and age, would
Okay.
use something like
Wait,
this.
so I guess I assume that's what you were getting was the fanny pack that you're putting across your shoulder. You're telling me your bag does not look what
No.
It's not the leather
Mine's
version
leather.
of what Jen
It's got a
has.
strap over it. It looks kind of like a mini backpack. Leather.
Which weren't those a thing?
But
that
it's
were
a-
big for a while. Those like string bags, but not
Now-
the cinch sack, but the leather one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember my mom having one.
Well, and everybody, like a bunch of high school kids used to wear the cinch sacks, to your point, Joshy.
Yeah.
Like they'd throw their shoes or their cleats or something in that, and that was the way that you carried that around. So like Nike had a line, Adidas had a line, and all of the
We
sports
gave them
people.
away. That was a big giveaway for us at ESP Milwaukee for a number of
Yes,
years.
absolutely. Like at Summerfest
Yep.
and whatnot. I think Gruber has his name on a few of those as well. But then, of course, like the Lululemon bag is like what has swept the nation in the last couple of years. And those are those little square or rectangle bags that you see women carrying. You know those, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's like a crossbody, but it's a little, and men are using those as well. Men are using the Lululemon crossbody bags, black, tan.
Okay.
So I don't think it's as, I think I'm in on it with you. How about that? I'm
Okay.
in on you making a utilitarian, logical,
Yeah.
rational decision. You can't
Well, I
hold
mean-
on to all the things. Yeah, I know his wife made it.
That's what I'm saying. In fairness, Chewy didn't make this decision.
You
This
just
decision was
give
made
him
for
a little credit here.
I think it's
tiny
more
bit.
about the air tag.
Oh, so you're being tracked?
Of course.
Wait, your bag's getting an air tag?
Of course. Like for Christmas, she got me the money clip with the air tag, and then the place where you put your credit cards with an air tag. I'm like, this doesn't work. It's too many air tags.
Well, I mean, in fairness to her, after hearing the story of how you lost you left your wallet at the liquor store, these seem to be functional things you made.
Yeah. That wasn't a big deal.
Your wife is just a problem solver, man. I don't know how to break this any other way.
I think she spotted an issue in his working directory.
And consolidated the problems? Yes. 100%.
All right, we got to get to Jason Wilde. We're talking about those Green Bay Packers taking on the Bears this weekend. Very big game. I guess I'm wondering, do people fear the Packers now? Are other teams scared of the Green Bay Packers? You look across the numbers and you see how well the offense is doing comparatively to the league. It's pretty impressive, guys. It might even be called, I don't know, scary. But then, of course, you have the issue with the defense. And does that then water down or bleach out some of the fear that you might have on the Packers offense? I want to get into that with Jason Wilde. Plus, we have Craig Carmesin coming up in the first hour of the show as well. Stick around. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We are moving along just fine across the area. No major delays, although volume is definitely starting to pick up a bit. Then we do have some slippery stretches reporting in Waukesha County, southern Washington, and northwestern Racine County. So keep your eyes peeled for any kind of slippery conditions. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy, snow showers later on, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi everyone, John Miller here from PDS, a converged company. PDS has been providing technology solutions and transforming IT for area companies for over 30 years. Today, we are helping organizations integrate digital workplace strategies that are giving today's worker the true ability to work from anywhere as they balance work and life both securely and productively. And as HP's largest partner in the area, our combined solutions have never been more important. If you're struggling with this, know we stand ready to help. From ideation to transformation, we can help you evolve your work from anywhere strategy. Learn more at pdsit.net.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's time for the Marquette Minute, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Make sure to stop by any Milwaukee area Steinhoffels on Saturday, January 6th and get a $100 Marquette Spirit Shop gift card when you spend over $2,999. ESPN Milwaukee will be broadcasting live from the Steinhoffels Waukesha location.
Marquette tying a Big East record over the weekend with their 20th straight home Big East victory, a 72-67 win over Creighton. In the game, number 10 Marquette got 10 points from David Joplin, 12 points from Cam Jones, and 2 leading scorers with 15, Tyler Kolek and Sean Jones. You're Shaka Smart after the win.
The way that our guys closed the gap in the last couple rounds of the first half obviously was huge for us to be able to win this game, because for a minute there it was looking like they were going to really extend the lead.
Marquette moves up to 7 in the AP poll, and they will next take on Seton Hall on the road on Saturday at 11 a.m.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Steinhoffels and their Marquette Spirit Sales event this Saturday.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He has come light years in the last 2 months, and people should be over the moon excited about that.
Okay, most of the time.
Almonds specifically, or all nuts?
Well, these nuts, those nuts, whatever nuts work.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, brought to you by Boucher Automotive, with 16 different new car brands and over 35 pre-owned brands to choose from. Boucher Automotive, we are driven by you.
I'm showing Chewy pictures online of men wearing man bags. And he's like, no, that's not what mine is like. Mine looks like this. It's got a flap here. It's da-da-da. And he goes, but I would never wear it in front. So that's where he draws
Mine had
the
like
line.
alligator skin too, which is kind of cool.
All right, Ric Flair, calm down.
Woo! Let's get to Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How you doing today?
The European carry-all?
Exactly.
Are you in or out, Jason?
I'm out.
Really?
What's the matter with you?
He was so confident, Jason, that you would be with him on this.
I did.
I said
Well, here's
Jason's
the
more of a
thing, like-
backpack guy, I think.
I am definitely. I love a good backpack. Here's the thing: like, if we were to pick someone on the current panel among the men, I would probably be the one that people would pick for this,
Yes.
right? If we're being honest. So what the hell are you doing?
I got
You're
too
so
much.
much more of a man than I am. What are you doing?
My wife is sick of carrying all my crap when we go out to dinner or we go somewhere.
To be fair, Jason, he did rattle off the list of the things he has asked her to carry. Maybe not all at once, but right now in his arsenal, Chewy has glasses, phone, wallet, keys, chapstick, sunglasses, and gummies. We got to think of something else for gummies. Performance enhancing something.
Well, that's something else. She does keep track of this, Jen, but that's something else.
So that's a lot. And I was saying, like, I think 4 is the max. Once you pass 4 of those, like, items, then you do have to be responsible for carrying them around. And he refuses to wear pockets, so here we are.
Wow. Has he considered the Lululemon crossbody bag?
That's kind of what it is, right?
But it's leather
Okay.
with alligator skin, you said.
Yeah.
It seems to me that having two girls that one is a teenager and one will become a teenager in March, I feel like every single one of their friends, and when we were at the Mall of America, I swear every girl in their age bracket had these things on. And so, you know, if you're going to go for this and you've got all these smaller items, how big is this bag?
Not very. Probably 6 by 8.
Yeah, when he was initially describing it, Jason, I thought it was like a crossbody, either like a fanny pack. I know Jen showed hers off today because she has a fanny pack that she wears crossbody. 6 by 8.
Yeah.
6 by 8?
Is that small?
But look how tiny it would be on his body. Because 8 for
That's
sure. This is
exactly
8.5,
right.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
paper.
yeah.
I just cut the 11
be about
in half.
But the problem is, Jason, when I go out to dinner, right, and I don't like my wallet in my jeans because it's too bungy, I put my phone on the table, I put my glasses on the table, I put my wallet on the table, and then I leave.
This, by the way, is now a movie scene. You know what it is? It's the scene of like a Hallmark movie where they're on a blind date and the girl is sitting there like anticipating her date showing up and she's kind of looking around and the guy sits down across from her and he's dreamy, right? He's beautiful, but then he starts taking things out of his pocket and one at a time. It's got to be one at a time for dramatic effect, right? So he drops the phone and then he reaches in and he pulls out a thing and then he reaches in and pulls out a thing and then he reaches in and pulls out a thing and then she goes, "Check, please," and walks away.
Jason, here's my concern. Last year, I called Detroit winning against the Packers the last game of the year, and I didn't feel that at the beginning of the week. But now with all these guys, I believe, who were hurt coming back, is a lot of it because, the big lights are going to be in town, and I want to be a part of it. Where if there was nothing, Jason, if this game was at noon and they were playing for nothing, there would still be 7 guys on the injury list.
Well, all right. So a couple things here. First, the only person that I think that applies to your skepticism is Devondre Campbell, right? It's a miracle. He's full participation in practice. He's going to be off the injury report and he's going to play. Isaiah McDuffie's not going to be available, I think, because he's in the concussion protocol. Plus, he's got a stinger, I think, that he's dealing with. But other than that, I don't think Luke Musgrave qualifies. I don't think Christian Watson qualifies. I mean, those guys have been out for a while, but they have been trying to get back, whereas I don't know exactly what Devondre Campbell has been doing. I don't know if they just gave him, say, hey, take 2 weeks off, then quit, as Brett Favre once said, or take 2 weeks off and then, we need you because McDuffie's not going to be able to play because he's not going to clear the concussion protocol in time. I don't know what's going on there. And again, Devondre Campbell doesn't really talk to us. So, but I don't think that's the dynamic. What I would say, though, since you bring this up, I think back to 2021 and that playoff game against San Francisco. Remember, like, Zadarius Smith hadn't played in eons. Jair Alexander hadn't played in eons. And they both came back. And certainly the defense played well enough in that game, no doubt. But on the most critical play of the game, game's tied 10-10. Packers still very much as the number one overall seed, very much still in position to win the game, even though they've been inept offensively and god-awful on special teams. It's 3rd and 7, and they give the ball to Deebo Samuel, and the two guys that haven't played in forever are both in position to stop him short of the line to gain, and they both make half-hearted, at best, attempts to tackle him, and he gets the first down. 49ers kick the game-winning field goal. Packers lose 13-10. And my concern is when guys miss a lot of time and they come back, you're excited to get them back, but a lot of times the rust is so significant that they don't play well. Look at Eric Stokes, right? They finally put Eric Stokes in the lineup. The 2 games he played, not very good, right?
Yeah.
So I think that would be the only thing. I don't think, again, the motivation I don't question on those young guys. The Campbell piece, I wish I had a better explanation, but I just don't.
What do you believe is the most significant offensive piece they're getting back?
Oh, I think it's Watson. And I say that despite the fact that I think, and I wish there was Chimura Jackson doesn't qualify. The comparison at tight end that I want to make is Hernandez and Gronk.
Yeah.
But
understand why you want to avoid that.
Right. But before everything went, obviously sideways with Aaron Hernandez, like that offense was unstoppable in New England when they had 2 studs playing tight end for them, right? I mean, they had all these kind of nobodies at wide receiver. Remember that time? And that 2 tight end set, like their 12 personnel was just unstoppable. And I think this has the makings of being that with a healthy Luke Musgrave and now with everything that Tucker Kraft has done. But again, I don't know how much they're going to get out of Musgrave. Like coming back from a lacerated kidney is different than coming back from an ankle. That said, the reason I choose Watson, even though I'm really excited to see what their 2 tight end sets look like, is if he can take the top off the defense, it's the one thing they've tried to still have it without him, right? They went deep to Reed to start the game last week. They've taken some shots to Wicks, but Watson's just different. And I would still like to see him develop more consistency with all the other routes that you have to run in the offense. But there are very few guys in the league that can do what Watson can do if he's healthy down the field.
Well, and even it's just having him as a decoy, right, Jason? I mean, again, I'd love to see him catch some balls and obviously move the chains in significant ways, but even if he's just a decoy out there that forces the defense to, play a little more honestly.
Respect him.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. You're right. Exactly. So that's why I would pick him.
Jason Wilde hanging out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Okay, Jason, we were talking about if the Packers team is scary. They're very young, as we have talked about ad nauseum here on this program and others. And there's a part of me that feels like you don't know what you don't know, and that can be a good thing, right? Especially when you get into these high-pressure situations. Now it can go the other way as well. We've obviously seen that happen with this team. But I think this offense, especially at full strength, is very scary. The flip side of that is the defense is not. The defense is embarrassing at times. How good does the offense have to be on Sunday versus the Bears to get a win? How many points does that offense have to put up, you think, to secure and just make you feel comfortable that even if the defense, struggles down the stretch more than regularly, they can walk away with a win.
Yeah, and if you look at the numbers that the Bears have had defensively the last 6 weeks, the last 5 games, they have been really, really good. So getting, to 24 against this defense the way it's playing will be an accomplishment. I mean, one of the factors in how good they've been offensively is that Aaron Jones has run the ball for 100 yards in back-to-back games. This is the number 1 rushing defense in the league, right, that they're playing. They've been fantastic against the run. So I think 24 is enough. I mean, the other part of it is I don't know what to expect from Justin Fields. Like, I've seen a few different things. I've talked to a few folks in Chicago. Like, this team really wants to win for Justin Fields. Like, they love, I was talking to Waddle and Sylvie yesterday. Like, despite whatever shortcomings he may have as a consistent passer, he checks every other box that you want from a starting / franchise quarterback. Like, great in the locker room, great leader, really good teammates, like all the intangibles, he's got them. And we obviously know what a physical specimen he is. We obviously know the running element that he brings, but he's still an inconsistent passer, which is why they will face this decision about what they're going to do with the number 1 overall pick from Carolina. But how motivated are these guys who are not making the playoffs to not just play spoiler, but to win it for their quarterback who they love? I'm fascinated to see how much that factors in to the effort level that they get from the Bears on Sunday.
Jason, what kind of guy is Tucker Kraft? Because I didn't like the answer to this question where someone asked him about sharing time with Luke Musgrave, and he said, explosive plays, confused defenses, just us punishing people in the fashion that we like to do. Now, if I was, I'd say, shut up, rookie. Shut up.
What?
I would never have said that even after my 3rd Pro Bowl.
What? Seriously?
I just think it's like, what kind of guy is he? You don't have a problem with that?
Zero problems, sir.
If he said that, Jason, could you imagine him saying that in our locker room? And I know this is old guy, but it's just like
old man yells at cloud.
But like, Jason, like, what are you doing?
Time out. I want to be clear. What about it bothers you?
The arrogance. Just shut up and play football, catch balls. You're a rookie, number 1. I just don't like it. What kind of guy?
You wanted him to say, "Oh, we suck again."
I just know. I'm excited to get him back. We're having a good year. I'm excited about the playoffs. Not like, dude, you're a rookie. Punishing defenses? Really? You're at that point in your career where you can talk about punishing defenses?
I love it.
Yeah. Well, I know. I know when you and Marv Fleming were talking to Lee Remmel when he was covering the Green Bay Press-Gazette, and you were playing for Lombardi, you wouldn't have talked that way. Look, I think Tucker Kraft is. First of all, in defense of Chewy, that is, I can see your point. I can. I do not want to be dismissing you out of hand, but my experience with Tucker Kraft is he's kind of a fun-loving, goofy kid from South Dakota that the way those words look on the printed page may be different than the way they sound coming out of his mouth. But this is, again, old man. And again, I'm as old as you are, so I'm just as bad. This is how the kids are talking these days.
This is it? This is how they roll,
They're confident. They believe it. They're... And look, they are excited about everyone in the building is excited about what that duo can do. Because remember, we started this season and it was the Luke Musgrave show. He had played like 88% of the offensive snaps. Tucker Kraft, through like 9 games, had like 3 catches for 11 yards. Like, he was nothing. And now, he's hurdling guys, he's stiff-arming guys, he's making big plays. So they're feeling themselves at that position. And he is excited about this stuff that they're going to do from the 2 tight end set. And so is Adam Stenavich, and so is Matt LaFleur. like they think they got something pretty sweet that could be happening here. Now, again, I subscribe to the same school of thought of
humility.
Let your play do the talking.
Yeah,
let your play do
little
the talking.
humility.
But I don't think I don't want you to think that Tucker Kraft is just some arrogant jackwagon, because I don't think it comes from a place like that. I think it comes more from we're just really confident and just excited to be here, and I don't necessarily think before how something might be perceived. I just sort of riff, because he's one of those guys that he gets on a roll conversationally, and you certainly, trust me, you played with more than a few of these guys that you get them going and you're not sure what might come out of their mouth next.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde can be heard on Wilde and Tausch right after this very program on ESPN Milwaukee. We've got Craig Carmesin coming up next. Plus, I want to read to Chew a quote from his guy, Tucker Kraft, that gets me all fired up, run through a wall type of stuff. That's next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We're moving along pretty well across the whole area. Just got a little bit of building volume out there. Nothing slowing us down too much other than some slippery stretches, specifically out west. So we've got southern Washington County, all of Waukesha County, and western Racine County is going to be showing some slippery spots. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Mostly cloudy with a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy with snow showers later on, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazagon, 94.5 ESPN.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers take on the Chicago Bears Sunday in a win-and-in playoff scenario. Last season, Green Bay lost their regular season finale to the Lions, which kept them out of the postseason. However, quarterback Jordan Love says this team isn't using that loss in Week 18 last year as motivation this time around.
I don't think we need to use that. I think this team is motivated enough, the situation we have to get into the playoffs and how bad we want that. With the season we've had, the bumps along the road, put ourselves in position.
It's the Packers and Bears Sunday from Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be much more delightful. Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin offers some of the most energy efficient windows in the industry, designed to keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Pella's premium wood windows and patio doors feature distinguished craftsmanship and nearly endless possibilities, with maximum design flexibility in dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Hurry! To get the 0% interest up to 36 months, you have to book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Watch your team compete on big screens in Team McSee's Sports Bar or the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook Room. Yes, you can bet the spread, parlays, futures, and more with Sports Illustrated Sportsbook at Island Resort and Casino. Your place to bet on sports. To book a game time getaway at the Island, call 800-682-6040 today.
It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Carmesin.
I am so impressed with Jordan Love, and I think Packers fans should feel so good about Jordan Love.
Fridays with Mo.
I think Rodgers never spoke out and was direct, and Giannis should be praised for being clear so that everyone knows, hey, Giannis told the organization what he wanted.
Craig Carmesin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Craig Carmesin feels like a guy who would be pro-man purse. Man bag. Craig, are you pro-man bag? This music is absolutely drowning me out. Pro-man bag. Are you pro-man bag?
I don't have an opinion. I'm good. I don't judge. If you want to have a man bag, have a man bag.
Would you have a man bag?
Well, now Chewy has a man bag.
Well, not yet.
I mean,
It's in order.
I'm like a mess. I don't even bring a coat places because I'm going to leave my coat. I last night was going to pick up Harper from dance, and I got my backpack stuck in my window, and I couldn't leave because my backpack was stuck in my window. I don't need extra accessories.
Sounds like you need an assistant or something.
How did you get your backpack stuck? What, a car window? A house window?
No, in my house. So I was leaving the house, and she had danced, but it was only 45 minutes. So I was like, oh, I'll take my backpack and I'll do some work. As I'm walking, the curtain, or what are they called? Shades? I don't know. Whatever the things are on the windows, got stuck somehow as I'm walking by in the zipper of my backpack and my backpack has so much stuff in it that if I took it off of me, it would pull down my whole window, whole curtain thing.
Pretty heavy.
So I had to put a chair there, stack up a bunch of my coats so that it wouldn't pull down my whole window because I couldn't figure out how to dislodge my backpack from my window.
Gotcha. So to get the backpack high enough that it wouldn't pull down the window shade or the drapes or whatever it was. That makes sense. So you have a man bag then. Yours is just a backpack. That's what Jason was saying. He uses a backpack and that carries all of his things. Chewy doesn't have pockets and he has all of the things. So his wife was like, look, solution, problem solver. Here you go. We're getting you a man bag.
And did he get a Gucci one? Is he fancy?
It just came. Angie just sent a picture.
Okay.
I tried to send it to you.
All right. Okay.
It's kind of a man bag backpack, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can take a look at it here,
Craig,
Jen.
that's all you.
I think that's maybe a little bit bigger than what you were describing.
Yeah, that looks like the one I was saying, but it's a crossbody for sure.
Yeah.
It's not a backpack, it's a crossbody.
Yeah.
That looks nice, Chew.
Yeah. You won't judge me, will you, Craig? Yeah, I mean, you may be surprised.
Wait, after all these years of him judging you, you're not going to just return the favor?
Yeah, he's just lobbing one up there for you.
But I wouldn't judge him for that, but I certainly judge him.
It's the litany of other things. Let's get to the Green Bay Packers. We're asking, how scary can this... here's what we're thinking. This offense, as young as it is, has been really good, especially in the waning weeks of the season. And yet, the defense has not. How many points do you think the offense has to score this weekend in order to beat the Bears?
Well, do we have a really good weather report? Do we know what it's going to be like?
34, 32?
I heard that, yeah. No snow, though.
Not too bad.
I mean, it's kind of BS if there's no precipitation.
But wait a minute. Why does it matter? Chicago plays in the same weather. It's not like you've got a warm weather team like Tampa Bay coming up to Lambeau, and you're like, oh, we're going to get them with that wind chill.
I'm not trying to make it better for the Packers. I'm just trying to make it what it should be. It's Packers-Bears. It's in January. Both of them have so much on the line. I think the Bears have more on the line than the Packers here. I mean, this is as fascinating a scenario as you could have had on this.
All right, well, let me ask you this. It's kind of, Craig, the exact same
Chewy,
scenario
Chewy.
as the Detroit game last year.
Exactly.
And what did you feel about that?
If Fields comes in, plays great, wins the game, do the Bears now, are they not able to trade him and draft a different quarterback? Like, could he actually hurt the Bears by winning this game?
But wait a minute, wouldn't that help the Packers? Like long term? I guess we have to figure out if we're looking at the short term or long term. Because short term, it would suck to lose the game, but long term, maybe having Justin Fields as the guy for the foreseeable future is a good thing for the Green Bay Packers franchise.
Exactly. Jen, that's what I'm saying. Like, whether the Packers play a playoff game or not, like, I think we know this is not a defense that's going to win a playoff game, right? So, so whether they play a playoff game or not, like, this has been a great year for the Packers. Jordan Love's awesome.
Agreed.
Like, this has been amazing, right? So what happens with the Bears is not only bigger for the Bears, but Jen, you just brought up, it actually might be bigger for the Packers. Like, if they end up with the number one pick and end up drafting the guy and he ends up being the guy, I mean, that could actually be bigger for the Packers than losing this game to Justin Fields and the Bears deciding to trade him for 2 or 3 first-round picks.
But we gush, and this is what happens. A week ago, we were like, oh, they're no good. Can they beat Minnesota? Then they go in and destroy Minnesota, which is a very average team.
With
and
no
we gush over them because
they had no quarterback.
Because they're in front of our face. The Bears have one less win than us. And we think they're terrible.
No, the Bears aren't terrible. The Bears
I don't think they're terrible at all.
No, they've been playing really
And
good.
that's why Gabe said yesterday he was nervous, and then you kind of came around on it towards the end of the show.
So all I'm saying, Craig, go back. It's because it's the exact same scenario as last year, right? The Bears are out. They're not going to the playoffs like Detroit was last year. And now I forgot my point because we went too far.
Bears, Lions.
Bears. Are you as nervous as Gabe? Because I am not feeling the nervousness
I'm not nervous because I don't
among
care about
Packer
this game
fans
from
at
the
all.
Packers' perspective. I don't think there's anything to be nervous about from the Packers' perspective because I don't think this game matters from the Packers' perspective as much as it does from the Bears'
we agree a lot. I agree. I don't think it matters one bit. Whether they win or lose, this season is a glowing success. And if they get rid of Joe Barry, let's have a parade down Oneida Street.
But you can also have situations.
Could this be, Jen, I just want to take your point. Jen, could this be one of the first game ever where it's not about getting a higher draft pick, because it's not, where it might be in both teams' best interest to lose? The Packers in their best interest to lose because then Joe Barry could clearly be gone, and the Bears in the best interest to lose because then they could, in clear conscience, draft a new quarterback and move on. Like, could it actually be better for both of these teams to lose?
But I think you can have a situation where you still win the game and the defense sucks. Didn't that happen a few weeks ago? It happened a few weeks ago with
Carolina. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you can have that where you check and say, okay, well, Joe Barry's defense was terrible, but the offense looked good. The Packers won the game. That to me is a perfect storm. And maybe there's a situation where Justin Fields plays really good, but the Packers still win and punch their ticket to the postseason, and the Bears still commit to him going forward. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's one of those cake and eat it too type of situations.
I don't know what's better for the Bears because, I mean, I'm somewhat partial to Justin Fields, and if they could get another 2 first-round draft picks,
but here's
you think he's not the guy,
Craig, I
sure.
understand what you're saying fundamentally, but what does it say if the Bears and the Packers end up with the same record this year, but like the Packers feel great about Jordan Love going forward, and somehow Justin Fields stinks?
Right. Well, it's not that he stinks, it's that they have the number one pick and there might be a generational quarterback available at the top of the draft. I don't think if the Bears just had their normal 11th pick, this would even be an issue. It's just the fact that they made such a good trade last year. They got DJ Moore, they got the extra first-round pick. So, I mean, I think that's what it's about. It's not that Justin Fields has been so bad. It's the fact that when you have the number one pick and there's such a highly thought of, crop, including Caleb Williams at the top. I mean, how does that not become a just excruciating,
because they want Marvin
anyone
Harrison
at the top of the
Jr.
draft?
Because they want Could you imagine that offense now when you add Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Well, Justin Fields has still got to get him the ball.
I think Justin Fields is good enough to play.
He's been playing pretty well the last 4 or 5
ball.
weeks. Yeah.
When Foreman was healthy and running, and DJ Moore was healthy, and with this defense, I mean, Chewy, if you do, you're right. If you could move down a few picks and add a few more first-round picks, and they shouldn't have traded Roquan Smith, and we know that, right? Because, think about this defense with him in the middle of it, right? I mean, they could be really scary. I think with Justin Fields, they could be really scary.
The worst-case scenario is this. The Packers win. Okay, defense looks good. They go to Detroit, somehow win that game. You think Matt LaFleur is firing Joe Barry? There is no way in hell he is.
Wait, so remember how at the beginning of the year, the goal of the season was just to see Jordan Love, evaluate Jordan Love, and see if he was the guy. Not even like confirm that he is the guy, just like we need to know who he is so we can make educated decisions going forward. Are you trying to tell me that tomorrow's goal is get rid of Joe Barry? We don't care what happens, but we need the end result to be Joe Barry fired.
Yeah, because if you bring him back, it's the same thing next year.
They
may win 10
By the way, the
games, but
thing
you're
that
not
cracks
winning
me
a
up,
championship.
Chewy's like worst case scenario. They go to Detroit and win. Then they go to San Francisco and win. Then,
and then they win the Super Bowl. And then they don't fire Barry.
That would be very bad, Chewy. That Super Bowl ring would certainly be tainted.
He's like, then they hold Lamar Jackson, they intercept him 3 times, they win 24-3, and people will think Joe Barry's good because the defense has held, the MVP to 3 points in the Super Bowl. So we need to get rid of this guy so bad that we can't win the Super Bowl.
It did get away from you a little bit there.
I appreciate the take, though.
Greg, we appreciate you hanging out with us. So do you have a number? Can you give me like a 24, 27? The Packers offense needs to score how many points in order to beat the Bears?
I mean, I think it's 24. I think, because I think the Packers are going to not, this isn't going to be a throw the ball deep. I mean, they're going to run the ball and mix it up. I mean, it's not going to be like a zillion possessions in this game. So I think, and the Bears aren't the most efficient red zone team, so I think the Bears get 23.
It's because they haven't faced this
Packers
defense.
get 24, they win.
That's a good point.
24 is the number that Craig Carmesin is putting out there. We are asking our loyal listeners this morning, how many points does the Packers offense need to score to win the game against the Bears? 800-990-3776. Craig, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again soon.
Take care. Have a great weekend.
He's Craig Carmesin. Joins us each and every Friday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Looking for the perfect gift for that Bucks fan in your life? Perhaps a number 0 jersey or a team hoodie to gear up for another potential deep playoff run? Well, a $500 Bucks Pro Shop gift card could be yours to elevate your Bucks shopping. Now through January 7th, just a couple of days left. Visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com to register for your chance at that $500 shopping spree to the Bucks Pro Shop. That's right. It's that simple. Head to ESPNWisconsinContests.com and enter now.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on 94.5 ESPN.
The Boucher Group has exciting news to share with you. We've expanded to better serve our community.
Introducing Nissan Lake Country, the newest addition to our family.
Step into our showroom and discover our exceptional selection of brand new Nissans.
We're also stocked with the best pre-owned options in the market.
And as we expand, we're not just growing our inventory, we're also growing our team.
So join a team that values your skills and celebrates your success.
Visit us online or in-store today and view our current job listings at bouchercareers.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit ZBart.com for more information.
The Packers take on the Chicago Bears Sunday in a win-and-in playoff scenario. Last season, Green Bay lost their regular season finale to the Lions, which kept them out of the postseason. However, quarterback Jordan Love says this team isn't using that loss in Week 18 last year as motivation this time around.
I don't think we need to use that. I think this team is motivated enough, the situation we have to get into the playoffs and how bad we want that with, the season we've had, the bumps along the road, put ourselves in position.
It's the Packers and Bears Sunday from Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Prize Picks, the most fun I've had, winning up to 25x on my money during the football season, and now I get to play during the basketball season as well. You get to select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and you just place an entry. Pretty simple. And now you get to pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. So for me, I'm going to go Jordan Love, and then I'll go Giannis and Dallas Dame. If I want to go 3-pointers made, rushing touchdowns, can do it. Prize Picks is that simple to play. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Go to prizepicks.com/WI and use code WI for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/WI, code WI.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Ready to conquer the Midwest's premier winter playground? Then start planning a visit to Granite Peak. With over 200 acres of skiable terrain, Granite Peak has something for everyone, from beginners to seasoned pros, park skiers to mogul fanatics, and everything in between. Soar to new heights on their state-of-the-art chairlifts and warm up in the cozy historic chalet with roaring fireplaces and stunning views. A legendary winter adventure begins at Granite Peak. Don't miss out. Visit skigranitepeak.com to book your winter vacation now, and for more information, Granite Peak. Legendary winters, legendary fun.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm right-handed, but like
I'm with
yeah.
Gabe here. Yeah, I feel more confident in my left hand here, just cupping right now, other than my other hand cupping.
Mostly because I also.
I get a lot more work on the right hand.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Thanks to Jason Wilde and Craig Carmesin for hanging out with us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. If you missed any of their appearances, you can find it on Wisconsin On Demand. Before we go to break, I want to listen to or play or talk about, I don't have the sound, I'm going to actually just read it. Something that Tucker Kraft said. Chewy famously took issue with one of the comments that Tucker Kraft had this week. Thought it was arrogant? Was that your thing? You thought it was a little too arrogant?
For a rookie, for a young guy who has not arrived yet.
All right, go ahead and cue the music for me, Joshy, because I want to read. This is from the Draft Network. Tucker Kraft said this: I'm comfortable with violence at the line of scrimmage. I want to punish defenders as a blocker. I can feel their breath leaving their body. They exhale as I fall on top of them. I put them on their heels. I see the emotions in their face change.
Is this real?
That's amazing!
These are great quotes. These are fantastic quotes.
How does
this not fire you
I
up?
know! I want to run through a wall for this dude right now. I'm comfortable with violence at the line of scrimmage. I want to punish defenders as a blocker.
Right.
I see the emotions in their face change and I put them on their heels. I can feel the breath leaving. They exhale as I fall on top of them. That is football frickin' poetry is what that is.
It's okay to think it.
Can't say it?
It's okay to say it. Because I thought the same thing when I played. I'd never say it, you know? No, I would like to squeeze a guy's throat and then just watch his eyes roll back. That's what I would think.
Murder.
Yes.
That's different.
I think Dick Butkus says it where he wants to hit a guy so
That's going too far.
His head comes off. Dick Butkus used to think this, but he never said it.
Well, he obviously did say it at one
he
point.
did say it at one
How the
point.
hell do you know about it?
I just hope there's no quotes of me when I played being a jackass.
I couldn't find anything.
I know, and you guys are trying so hard.
You're so
Aston's
lucky.
like, I'm looking.
You existed before the internet. Congratulations,
Thank
old
God.
guy. Jen Gabe
If anybody
Chewy
has anything, it's Jason. I should text Jason.
rolls
Leave him
on
alone.
after
It's
this.
Friday.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We are starting to see some delays now. Southbound 43 kicking in just before Hampton Avenue all the way down to Keefe. Northbound slowing down around North Avenue up to Keefe as well. Westbound 94 tightening up at about 35th Street. Starts to let up once you get past Mitchell Boulevard. You're good to go into Waukesha County. However, just want to be extra careful out there. There are some slick spots. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy and snow showers later on with a low of 31. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
What's better than free? How about play free all year? This January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in reward play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games to earn prize drawing entries. Then stop by each Thursday night in January to see if you're a winner. $400,000 in prizes is up for grabs. Over 40 winners each week. Yeah, free is for me. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for happy backyard birds. And we mean everything. Like over 100 different types of wild bird foods and bird feeders. This week, get a 25-pound bag of black oil sunflower wild bird food for just $13.99. Plus, join us Saturday, January 13th at 9 a.m. to build and decorate a free birdhouse with your kids. Create family memories and find what you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
This contract could be.
Hey, turn your phone off.
Who's calling you right now? Don't people know you do a show until 9 o'clock?
No.
That's not my phone.
What is it? Frankie Bag of Donuts?
What the hell is this clock, Kramer? We need a system.
It's gotta be here.
Why are they using so many colors? The numbers go up to 40.
Hey, on the stream, you can see just his midsection because he's looking for the noise.
All right, I'll be back.
Maybe it's not on this level. What? There's 4 different levels. Maybe we're on the wrong level.
He's back.
My computer. How do you shut it off?
Now you want some computer arrogance.
How long was the escalator ride up?
I felt like a couple of them.
You should always bring a pad and a pen.
What is it, John? How do I shut it off?
I have no idea what that is.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like
We are asking you this morning how many points the Packers need to score in order to beat the Bears in a win-and-you're-in game. Sunday afternoon at Lambeau Field. Josh weighing in saying every time the Packers need to stop, even in a game where the defense played well for most of the game, the defense would fall apart when they needed them the most. This Bears game, the whole game, is a big moment. The defense will fail. Packers need 30 plus. Craig Carmesin gave us the number 24. Josh giving us 30. Gabe, where do you stand on this? What do you think the Packers offense needs to score? And again, look, maybe the defense shows up. Maybe they put it all together, and this is the game where, oh my goodness, the scheme is good, and guys are in the right place, and all of a sudden you're going, hey, they don't look so bad. But how many points?
Maybe I'll win the lottery tonight.
Right, but if that doesn't happen, and the Packers defense plays as they have, they go as they've gone, what number would make you comfortable feeling like the Packers will walk away with a win?
28. Need 4 touchdowns. Need it. I mean, this defense is going to give up points. Just fact of the matter, that's how it is. This is an offense that's been operating at a better level than the team they saw last week with the Minnesota Vikings. It's operating at a better level than the team they gave up 30 points to in the Carolina Panthers. This is a good team that's coming into Lambeau Field, and if you don't score 28 points, you don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I was going to say 26. I was going to say, can you pull up the Packers record, and I want to see their wins head-to-head. I know the Packers have one more.
So, like the
head-to-head against the Bears?
Yeah. So, what was the Packers' first win?
So, the Packers' first win is against the Bears.
That's funny.
It's funny that you didn't remember that. That's what's funny.
I know.
It's funny that you expected them to
But I'm
remember that.
looking at their wins.
Yeah.
Outside of the Chiefs.
Well, again, famously, because they're in the same division, they're basically playing the same teams.
Yeah.
Not only
Yeah.
the division ones, but across the league as well.
So the Bears beat the Falcons. Packers lost.
Yep.
Bears beat
But
Cardinals.
they barely lost to the Falcons. I mean, you're right. It was an L in the scorebook.
But the Bears beat them 37-17.
And both of I mean, the Packers played the Falcons in week 2. They just played the Falcons. So a little bit different.
So the Bears beat the Cardinals.
Packers did not play the Cardinals.
What's a comparable?
So their West opponent was the Rams, which they beat 20-3, but that's not really comparable
Because they had
Brett Rippon.
Okay. So then they both beat the Lions.
Yes.
They both beat the Vikings.
Yes.
They
both beat the Panthers.
Packers beat the Panthers?
Yeah, 33-30.
Wow, that felt like a loss.
Aren't we taking a long way to just say the two best wins that either of them are going to have are the three-game win streak for the Chargers, the Lions, and the Chiefs? The Bears don't have that.
Yeah, but the Bears beat the Raiders, pounded the Raiders, Packers lost.
Yeah,
And
but
you
we also
can't say it's early in the year.
But we also talk about clunkers, right? We always talk about you can kind of wear one.
I mean, Packers have worn more than one. Like the Packers are inconsistent. And look, as well as the offense played the last couple of weeks,
have the Bears been inconsistent also?
The Bears, oh yeah, of course. You're not sitting here with an 8-8 or 7-9 record if you haven't been inconsistent. Like these two teams are closer than most fans probably want to admit.
Yes, that's where I was going. I'm like the fans in Green Bay, because everything's in front of your face saying the Packers this year are an 8 or a 9, which I would agree with, but they're like, the Bears are a 4.
But it's very, very clear when you stack these two teams up against each other that the Packers' advantage is the offense. And the Bears' advantage is their defense. Now, the Bears' offense might be closer to the Packers than people want to admit.
Yes.
But I still think full strength, the Packers' offense is better than the Bears' offense. Don't sit here and tell me, well, again, the best thing about the Bears' offense is Justin Fields' ability to run, and now recently, as he has evolved as a quarterback, find his open pass catchers. And he has done that better as the season has gone on, as his career has gone on. But I still think the Packers are better offensively than the Bears' offense is.
Correct. But the problem is the Packers have to go up against the Bears' defense, where the Bears get to go up against the Packers' defense.
I'm just saying from the standpoint, they're closer than you think.
Right, which is why I keep asking you the number of points.
Yeah.
And you said 26, and you're saying 28, and Craig said 24, and our loyal listener who weighed in on that said 30 plus. Do they need 30 plus to win this game? Certainly would be nice. And again, they're at their full contingent, full strength, right? Everybody's back.
Yeah, Musgrave wants to
Which
play.
to me
Whether
is
or not
a red
he's going
flag.
to
Me, it's a red flag. It's a red flag.
What's going on
It's
with
just
you?
a
today?
red
I was like,
flag.
are you is it opposite day over there in your corner
it's
of the
just like
studio?
last year.
Hate the things
you
Tucker
guys-
Kraft is saying.
You guys all thought I was crazy when I said Detroit will be a much tougher opponent when they're out of the playoffs as opposed to in the playoffs. And everyone looked at me like, you're crazy. And then they lose. And they were. They were a much tougher opponent because they had nothing to play for and they let it all hang.
Okay.
Instead of playing tight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying they're going to lose, because at the beginning of the week, I'm like, this is going to be a 30-14. Packers, no problem. But when guys, and Jason touched on it a little bit, everyone's back. Would everyone be back if this game meant nothing and they were playing the Bears and it was on at noon?
Well, I mean, they might rest guys. Like the team might make that decision.
I'm not saying they're going to lose. I'm just saying it's a red flag.
But I mean, Musgrave's been on IR, has been practicing the last couple of weeks, working his way to get back. Christian Watson was doing all the workout stuff to try to get back. Dontavian Wicks, who has proven that he wants to play when he can.
Now, I agree with that.
So in terms of the offensive players that are available with the young guys, I don't think that's can you ask that question about Devondre Campbell? Yes, you absolutely can ask that question.
You think Watson's playing if this game means nothing?
I think Watson was trying to work his way back last week. He was doing a bunch of workout
Jury's
stuff.
out with me.
Defensively, people were actually impressed with the way that the Packers played last week. And Chew, one of the ones that you've hung your hat on all season long has been the way the Packers played against the Chiefs. You said they played aggressively. It's like they knew they were up against the behemoth of the league, and they were like, let's do everything we can, and who cares? Let's just throw the kitchen sink at them, right? Throw the whole book at them. Is that the way they should play the Bears? How would you stop a Justin Fields-led offense if you were scheming up that defense?
Spy Justin Fields.
With who?
Probably nickel, whoever their nickel guy is. Play a lot of nickel and say Justin Fields is not beating us by rushing for 110 yards.
Well, but here's the problem.
Make him throw the ball.
When you go spy, Chew?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean you're going a lot of zone?
You're going small, yeah. Not necessarily. I mean, there's a way you could do it. Like, you just sit in the middle and you have Justin Fields man-to-man.
So
you just spy him and then just be a disruptor in the middle. Take away the middle. Sit at 7 yards. You play your man-to-man on Justin Fields. Don't let him beat you. Whoever their best player is. That's how I would do it. You know how we always talk about, all right, who are you going to stop? You got three things. You can stop two of the three. Which two are you going to stop? Fields would be high on my list. That's the only way they win. I think.
But that's the problem with, I guess, if you go with the Kansas City plan or what they did early and then backed away from late against the Panthers. When you start being aggressive against a quarterback like that,
you give him room to run.
But here's the other thing.
If you get home, it's great. But if you don't, there is a lot of room.
But here's the other thing. If you sit back and cover two and just play keep everything in front of me, Justin Fields will love to do that. He'll just bink, 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 have 13 play drives. The offense isn't on the field as much, win the time of possession, and they lose. Right?
Literally every defensive game plan kind of scares me right now because they're going to make mistakes at some point.
Yeah.
Because that's what this defense does.
I know. Do you agree, though? The only way they get smoked, or not even smoked, they lose, is if Fields just beats them with their legs.
Fields has to have a big day.
Yeah.
Whether that's throwing the ball to DJ Moore, whether that's him running for a bunch of yardage. Yes, Fields has to play well, but he's not Jaron Hall, so
I know.
I'm led to believe that the Packers defense is going to allow him to play well.
Didn't we look up the numbers this morning and see how often Justin Fields this season has gone up over 100 rushing yards?
It's only happened once.
And they lost that game.
They did.
But you said that when he has a rushing touchdown, they're 3-1 this season.
That is correct.
So, I mean, again, I know that that's not a perfect playbook. It's not a perfect scheme, but try to just keep him out of the end zone. I mean, that has worked in some of the games that they have played this season. I wonder, guys, about Quay Walker's responsibility this week. I like Quay. We have talked about how he's got this motor. We'd like to see him unleashed a little bit more. Could he be a spy? Could you have him spying from that position, Chew, and just kind of like...
I don't think he's fast enough.
Really?
In an open field. I mean, 53 yards is pretty wide.
He does actually have the speed in terms of 4.4 speed. I don't know if that translates to when Justin Fields is running the ball because that's a different type of speed. But to me, I think this is very easy. Make Justin Fields beat you through the air.
Yes.
He very may well.
You're telling me you're confident that the Packers can do that?
No, I'm not confident in anything. What do you mean? You crazy? But if
your man bag got awful high
there. But if you're going to lose to him, it has to be with him throwing it. You cannot allow him to run around.
But
hold on, Joshy. Throwing it down the field,
yes,
right?
Correct.
Not dink and dunk you to death.
But even then, I don't have faith that if the Packers sit there and just rush 4 and try to keep that, I don't have faith that they're going to keep their pass rush lanes and not allow an escape.
I don't trust Rashawn Gary.
No,
to do that.
I
don't trust them to have an open hit on him and convert it because they also do a lot of flybys. Mel LaFleur's talked about the flybys. That's an issue for them. So I think Keyshawn Nixon is a great option. He's a very willing and capable tackler.
Yeah.
I think bringing Quay Walker in a pressure when that does make sense is also a really good way to bring some pressure up the middle.
And it's going to be a slick field. It always is at the end of the year. Even it doesn't. I mean, it's slick in September on a night game, right? It's going to be slick, which is an advantage to the offense because they know where they're going. And, open space with Fields on a slick field.
So you're starting to see why I'm nervous.
Well, let's talk about the Jair Alexander element as well, because obviously Jair in the past has talked about how he likes to go one-on-one. He likes to be in man coverage against a team's best wide receiver. And yet, again, this team has not played a ton of man. They did famously, as you talked about, versus Carolina, right, at the beginning of the game. And then that came back to bite them in the butt. How do you want Jair to be used against this Bears offense, Chew?
What I would do against Jair, and we did the same thing against Dion, and it kind of worked. I wouldn't even block him.
Run right at him?
I'd run at him, not even block him, just make tackles, and then put that receiver or whatever on the safeties or coming down and cracking. Don't even block him because he ain't tackling anybody. You know? Would I follow him with DJ Moore? Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I would.
Probably.
You go down swinging, man.
Yeah.
Like, DJ Moore's good enough where he can take advantage of Valentine and Ballantyne, and they have a capable quarterback getting him the football. If Jair's healthy and Jair's playing, you use Jair. You go down swinging with your best
tackle.
players.
If I was playing him, I'd say, you got to tackle.
That's certainly a concern.
Let's see how that shoulder is. He ain't got to tackle anybody. Right?
Yeah, and that's certainly a concern. Because the run defense also famously concerned with this defense.
I wish there was a way that you could incentivize him with something like, that game check that you missed out on when we suspended you last week?
Give it back.
Yeah, exactly. You come up with 7 or 8 big-time tackles in this game. Guess what'll be sitting in your locker when you get done?
I'm pretty sure that's a violation.
That's why I said I wish there was a way that you could incentivize him with the game check that he missed out on. So we are asking you guys this morning, our loyal listeners, what's the point total you think that the Packers have to have in order to beat the Bears on Sunday? Lots of folks weighing in with their game plan. Craig saying, I think this is a Quay Walker coming out party. He needs to be Fields' shadow. And I do think that some of those young players, you can dangle that carrot in front of them. I think Quay Walker's motor and his speed shows that he can be a guy if given the opportunity and you say, hey man, here's your chance. We're going to give it to you. We're going to let you go and spy on that quarterback. We're going to let you try to get in the backfield as often as possible and really make things messy for him. Muddy up that pocket, if you will. I think that might be something that he could do. Lots of folks weighing in on Quay Walker, actually. We got Mike saying spy with 7. Luke weighing in saying just put Jair on Moore. Fields can't find anyone else for touchdowns besides him. Is that fair?
The touchdowns, yes. Cole Kmet's has 6 touchdowns this year, so, he can find the middle of the field.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Cole Kmet, famously, his sister is dating Lucas Van Ness. Is that correct?
Yes.
Bit of a complicated, strange bedfellows situation going on there with Chicago and Green Bay.
Was that the ass tap? Yeah.
Well, his dad, yes. Yeah. So his dad tapped.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motivation for Cole Kmet, isn't it?
He is.
Also,
I'm pretty sure they've gotten together since then, buddy.
Well, not the dad.
Yeah, we had family gatherings and whatnot, right?
Lucas Van Ness's family? I don't know if the Kmet's showing up to those.
Kmet's dating Lucas Van Ness's sister.
Oh,
yeah.
That's who he tapped on.
No.
Oh, you're saying he tapped the girlfriend.
Isn't Lucas Van Ness dating Kmet's sister?
That's what I just said.
Okay.
So he's saying then that the girl who got her butt tapped is Lucas Van Ness's girlfriend.
Who was
We're confusing
Kmet's
the girlfriends.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm confused.
Yes.
I'm confused now.
Yes, you're confused. And it
The Green
confused
Bay
me.
Packer is
I thought
dating
I
the
made the joke
sister
right.
Of Cole
the Bear.
Kmet.
Yes.
So that's who got her butt tapped.
At the draft, they were together.
Famously.
The dad.
And now you're saying that would be motivation for Cole Kmet because Lucas Van Ness's dad.
Yeah.
Also, all this
Got a
Quay
little
Walker,
handsy.
Got a little handsy.
All this Quay Walker usage opens us up to last time we saw Devondre Campbell play, and the reason he stopped playing was because how open people were.
He was terrible in coverage. Yeah.
So we've made ourselves very vulnerable with that
yes.
plan. So it's a hard decision.
He has to play because Isaiah
Yes,
McDuffie.
correct.
I know people have liked the way Isaiah McDuffie has played this year. He ain't playing. He's in the concussion protocols. Got the stinger. He's not coming out. So then you go to Eric Wilson. If Campbell's not out there.
All right, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on right after this.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Everything's looking good so far. A little bit backed up on southbound 43 from Hampton down past Keith. The northbound side is slow from just north of Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keith. East and westbound 94 is eased up. We're looking good through the Stadium interchange. North and southbound on 41 also nice and quiet. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy, snow showers later on, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The stage is set. It's Michigan and Washington battling for the title. This is Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week. Tune into our coverage all week long and catch the game right here on 94.5 ESPN on January 8th. With 16 new car brands, over 35 pre-owned brands, and 5,000 vehicles in stock. Boucher Automotive is where you'll find your next ride. It's Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi everyone, John Miller here from PDS, a Converge company. PDS has been providing technology solutions and transforming IT for area companies for over 30 years. Today, we are helping organizations integrate digital workplace strategies that are giving today's worker the true ability to work from anywhere as they balance work and life both securely and productively. And as HP's largest partner in the area, our combined solutions have never been more important. If you're struggling with this, know we stand ready to help. From ideation to transformation, we can help you evolve your work from anywhere strategy. Learn more at pdsit.net.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
Oh, not this song again.
Hello, Sarah. Real quick, if you had to choose, would you listen to elevator music all day or deal with payroll compliance?
Oh, payroll compliance for sure.
Wait, really?
Staying compliant is so much easier with Gusto. Gusto automatically calculates my taxes and files with all the right agencies for me.
That actually sounds great.
Hold up. Can Gusto help my small business with compliance too?
Of course they can.
Choose payroll compliance without the ups and downs. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Jason Wilding for Associated Bank. Here in Wisconsin, we love our sports year-round, right down to the Packers games and Lambeau snow. If you want to show your love for the green and gold every day, you got it with Associated Bank's exclusive Packers checking account. A one-of-a-kind debit card, a 10% discount at the Packers Pro Shop, plus everything you'll score as an Associated Bank customer. Best of all, you'll get a banking partner based right here in the Midwest. Visit AssociatedBank.com/Packers to get started today. You've got this with Associated Bank. Member FDIC.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm going to Venmo you that money right after the show.
You can't. You don't know how to use Venmo.
Made my workload much less. But Ernie,
you don't know how to
Ernie,
do it, and I don't know
does
how to
it ever?
On 94.5 ESPN.
On our ESPN Milwaukee talk and text line, Gabe, you said the Packers need 4 touchdowns to win and 28 points. I agree 4 touchdowns will win the game, but it'll be 27 points because Carlson will have a token missed extra point.
Good point.
Joe Barry likes the way he's hitting the ball, though.
You mean Rich Bisaccia?
That's what I meant. Yep, he said you got to make more of those, but he's kicking it well.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about him.
Yeah,
that was a slip
We
up.
really haven't. We've talked about the defense, generally speaking. We've talked about players on the defense because, there's a big game this weekend, and they will likely play a role in the outcome. Justin in Jacksonville weighing in saying, got to score 30-plus. But I also see Fields having a career day against this defense because Barry will play zone too much. I want to stay on the offensive side of the ball for a few minutes because we talked earlier in the show about how the Packers will have a full complement of skill players available to them this weekend. Musgrave and Watson look to be back. Wicks and Reed are trending towards playing. Jones and Dillon as well. And I know you mentioned there was one question mark.
Musgrave is the question mark.
Musgrave is the question mark, but he wants to play. Yes. That's what has been said. Chewy said it makes him nervous that all these guys want to play in this game. Do we like that the Packers have that many offensive weapons? It reminds me always of that Sports Illustrated cover where it was Aaron Rodgers surrounded by all of those guys. Was that 2011?
That was 11.
2011. That's what it reminds me of right now. On any given play, it feels like anybody could get the ball. And that feels like a good thing. It kind of reminds me of the offense that Washington is running, guys. I know we've talked about this very, very briefly, but the national championship game is on Monday night. It is Michigan versus Washington. And one of the things that Washington has going for it is, while Rome Odunze is their number one wide receiver, just from a numbers standpoint, they also have two other guys who also have had career years. And so on any given play, it could go to any one of those three wide receivers for the distance. It could find the end zone, and they certainly will move the chains. It feels a little like being able to spread the ball around is an advantage. It is a luxury. Bears don't have that. Bears have one guy, maybe two guys, as you mentioned, Cole Kmet, who Justin Fields can go to. But does that make it difficult, Chew? I mean, you've been in locker rooms. You know, it depends on the dynamic of the team, who wants the ball, who's complaining about not getting the ball and whatnot.
Yeah, there has to be a balance because everyone wants to be involved, but and we talked about it all the time. There's only one football. You know, everyone can't have a big game. Now, from a quarterback standpoint, that's total luxury. And I've always said I'd rather have 5 good guys instead of two superstars, maybe. It's just so hard to defend, you know, because you can go anywhere. And Jordan's done a great job with it with his progressions, because typically in a first year you go 1, 2, oh boy,
get rid of the ball. Yeah.
Now he's spreading it around. And LaFleur, I think, is a very good play caller.
That was very Seussical, by the way. 1, 2, oh boy, what do I do?
Yeah.
Buckle my shoe.
I walked right into that. That was wonderful.
Wait, you didn't? Oh, okay, never mind.
What?
I thought you meant to do that. I thought
No,
that
I
was
didn't.
like
I just-
some phrase that you heard in a locker room one time, and you were just spreading that
I'm
knowledge.
just riffing. That's what I do. I just riff.
You want me to start beatboxing over here for you? You're going to drop some bars?
But I was like, can you get rid of a receiver? Can you trade one?
Oof, this sounds like the offensive line conversation that we started to dance our way through.
I mean, because
in the
it gets to a
offseason.
point where you're like, all right, I got too many guys.
But what are you going to get back for one? You're not getting anything higher than a third for any of those guys right now.
Wicks.
You're not getting. He was just a 5th round pick. Like, and so
yeah, but he was a hell of a first. Yeah,
he's outperformed his pick.
But he's got 520 yards. Like nobody's
going to have big numbers, is what we're saying when you have all of these guys targeted.
But somebody needs to emerge to be that guy. The best teams in the league have a go-to guy.
It does sort of feel like Jaden Reed has emerged. Hasn't he taken a step above the rest of the pack?
Yeah, you can't trade him because that's their guy.
I would never.
No, but that's their guy.
I'm just saying he feels like he's sort of emerged as a wide receiver one-ish.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, it's wild because as much as we love all these guys, the one guy who's got a 100-yard game, Bo Melton.
No. But it's different. It's different
nice.
than when I played because guys matured. Like I said, I've said it a million times, at 25, 26. I'm just hoping that these guys haven't hit their peak yet, and we don't know.
I don't think they have. I mean, I think they'll continue to grow. I think their games will continue to evolve. And then that leads me to what we've been talking about, them being a feared offense. So you have all of those guys who are capable of making plays on any given snap. Are people starting to fear this offense? I'm not talking about the future because, again, we all talk about the trajectory and how in the future, if they continue to grow at the same pace, they're going to be a scary offense. Are they a scary offense right now, final week of the regular season?
No.
Why?
Because it's still too inconsistent. The last 2 weeks have been nice, but it wasn't that long ago where they were putting up 20 points against the Giants.
Yeah.
20 points against the Buccaneers. Like, it wasn't that. Like, there've just been way too many ups and downs. You don't know what offense you're going to get on any given week. You get the good offense that you got last week against Minnesota and the week before against Carolina, sure. But that was kind of the same way we were feeling coming out of those Lions and Chiefs games, and then they lay those eggs. Like, it's just too young and still too inconsistent to be a truly feared offense. Like, when you think of scary offenses, the first offense I think of, the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
When they're healthy. They have all that speed.
And they just
They've
got
all those
smoked.
guys. Yeah, they did get just smoked, but they've also won how many ever games this year? Like, they've got a guy who, had he stayed healthy, was going to have 2,000 yards this year, and another guy that's over 1,000 yards in the running back class. Like, that's a scary offense, but
it's just there's no consistency.
Yeah.
It's just been a roller coaster ride the whole season because, like we said it a million times, after the Chiefs games, we're like, oh my God, this team's unbelievable. And then you go the next three, even though they beat the Panthers, that felt like a loss, and you're like,
yeah, but the offense still
this
played
team,
well.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you beat Minnesota last week, and you're like, hoo-hoo, yeah.
What it was against the Minnesota last week is they were still relatively healthy defensively.
Yeah.
And what Brian Flores and that defense was able to do the first time around, and Chris Collinsworth pointed it out a bunch of times throughout the broadcast of, man, this guy's really grown since that game. Like, you look at the tape of that game and look at the tape of this guy, those are two completely different players. So that's what it was. I mean, because, again, you leave the defense aside because Jaron Hall stinks.
When did we know that this season was a success?
After the Chiefs game?
I think it was
early?
before that.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, because I don't care about the defense.
I think we needed to see the second half growth of Jordan Love. I think it was, right?
It's revisionist.
What, after the Chiefs game?
Yeah.
No, that if it would be before.
Oh, it was before, though.
We
knew Jordan Love was the guy before the Chiefs game.
You texted us about deep balls for until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, it still is a problem.
Yeah.
Is it?
No?
I mean, touchdown he had to Jaden Reed was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I'd say, what was that? But I think we all know what it was.
That's not one of the five that we're going over.
Oh, no,
in
it
about
is.
10
Well,
minutes.
we'll be
great,
looking at it
okay,
here
yeah.
in about
No, that was a hell of a play and a nice throw.
No, I think it was after that. Joshy, is there a game that you can pinpoint? I mean, I feel like it's been within the last late November.
I think, I personally was a Jordan Love toady. Very much so. But I think the Chiefs game was when you were like, this is a guy that can control an offense, can do the things he needs to do. And now that we see all these pieces coming back and some of them are interchangeable, like, people are where they're supposed to be now, which was not a thing we could guarantee earlier in the season. And it made Jordan Love look worse. So now all those pieces are connected. And he's looked like the guy everyone wants him to be.
I guess I should have asked it, when did we know that he's coming back next year?
I still think it was late November, early December.
Really?
I'd have to look and see what
that
the games were.
We were talking
for him, though, the way, again, it was more he had to prove that he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Like, he was always going to get the opportunity next year, unless, again, they completely bottomed out and got a top pick, unless he proved that he shouldn't. And I don't know if we ever got to the point where, October was bad.
We were
rough.
starting to look forward to the draft after that Minnesota game.
Yeah.
And what the Packers could
Yeah.
do if they could be in the top 5 and take a quarterback.
Again, and the kind of the turning point started, and Jason has pointed this out a couple of times.
Yeah.
The offense started to look different against Pittsburgh because that's when he told Jordan to kind of let it, cut it loose. And yeah, you had the turnovers, but then you build to the Chargers, Lions, Chiefs, and after the Chiefs game, it's like, yep, this is the guy.
I still think for me it was the game against the Lions on Thanksgiving. I think that's where I was like, I think that's where I was like, he's the guy.
Because no one was expecting him to win.
But to back it up, I think, is what really, for me, because anybody can do it one time.
Well, and there's something about it being on the national stage, right? There was something about all of the eyes. We talked about this only game on at the time, so everybody was watching. That seemed to be the coming out party for him. He seemed to relish the opportunity. He seemed to relish the eyeballs and be like, hey, I'm going to go out and show what I can do. That was a 29-22?
29-22, yep.
We keep asking folks this morning, how many points do the Packers have to score in order to beat the Bears this weekend? Lots of folks weighing in on that on the ESPN Milwaukee talk and text line. Jeff in the 920 saying at least 28. Craig saying they need 35 plus. Can we please finally get a return from Nixon?
What is that going on? Why is it 30? This defense is terrible. Like, what's going on here? It's so defeatist. Everyone's
that the defense is terrible.
Yeah, but we know that.
So what you want me to go, oh, they can win this game 14-10?
I want it to be like, yeah, they have to score points. That's what football is.
Well, no kidding, but we're saying how many points.
Right. No, what I'm saying is...
Are you being me right now? What the hell is going on here?
defeated.
You guys are more alike than you want to admit. I think that's part of the problem.
People are defeated already, and the game hasn't happened.
Because the defense has put film down. We know what this defense is.
I'm not defeated. I'm nervous because
I'm not
the
saying
defense
you. I'm saying the people are saying 35 plus.
I've got a lot of
Justin
35
Fields
plus.
is going to have a career day.
Well,
okay?
I mean, in fairness, that was the Pro Football Focus tweet was making its rounds this week about the guys who have had like their highest Pro Football Focus grade of the year
against the Packers. And it was more than just we were joking about Tommy DeVito. We were joking about Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Who else was it though? There were two other guys. I think even Kirk Cousins or somebody like that had a.
But then mix in. Is this the most pressure they've felt all year long?
Mix in, got it. I thought you were saying Keyshawn Nixon's name wrong.
Cousins, DeVito, Herbert, Mayfield, Bryce Young all had their highest Pro Football
those were the
Focus
other two.
The
Nobody was talking about Herbert.
Take the grade and shove it up your who knows where. I don't care. Just have fun. This is fun. We are in a spot to win and in. Stop being sorry for yourself.
I don't think
anybody's doing that, Josh. You're projecting, man. No, you're 100% projecting.
Why?
You're trying
like what 35 or more because they're going to dominate us? We know what Joe Barry is. Get over it.
The point is that the Bears are going to score points against this defense.
Yes.
So how many points?
What's your number?
It's 24.
All right.
Because that's a reasonable thing. In today's NFL, people don't just walk out and score 30. This is not how it works.
I kind of do against Joe Barry.
How many times have people scored in the past, since the Chiefs game or since the Chargers game? How many teams have scored 30?
2.
Okay. So we just expect that now?
Well, but in fairness, one of the teams was the worst in the league that hasn't scored 30 all year.
Correct. I think that Panthers. Yes. I got to be honest with you, Josh. I feel like that Panthers game is looming very large here.
Yeah. It was 2 games ago.
And they did it like consecutively down the stretch too, right? Like this game was in hand. I think that's the concern. Is you could feel like you're in a position. What was the score? 30-16 or something like that.
14,
correct me if I'm wrong. Late in the game, and that defense came up back to Chark. That's what people are nervous about.
Well, not only that, they got lucky because team missed the extra point, but then they got the 2-point conversion to tie it up anyway. You know, like you gave the 2 touchdowns. Now you still have a chance against the 2-point conversion. Gave that up as well.
The worst team
against the worst team in the league.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like they've already wrapped up the number 1 pick.
I changed my number. It's 33. They need to score 33 points in order to beat the Bears. Put it down. I'll vote on the poll. We do have that poll up on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Go ahead and weigh in on that. How many points do you think? I don't think it's being defeatist. I think it's saying we recognize the deficiencies of the defense. We recognize that the Bears team has gotten better as the season has gone on. They have an ability to score points in bunches as they have shown recently. And therefore, in order to ensure a victory, offense, get out there and absolutely dominate. Which is going to be tough against the Bears defense. It's going to be tough. But
because that Bears defense has been playing really well since their trade for Montez Sweat.
Yes, he's been such a difference maker for that defense.
Like how good? Like 15 good?
Vastly. What do you mean 15? You just throwing out arbitrary numbers now? 15 good?
You mean 15 sacks? Good.
No, 15 rank.
Oh, better than that.
Really?
Yeah. Like since that trade, I can try to do some research into that.
Wow. Okay.
15 good.
I'm watching this game, I'm telling you.
Kind of helps that you're in the central time zone. It's at 3:25.
Yeah, no party.
Everything working for you, buddy.
It's going to be cold outside. Nothing going to do.
If you are looking for a place to watch the big game this weekend, why not check out Potawatomi Casino and Hotel? They have a plethora of areas for you to catch the big game. It is in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. There's a table waiting for you, 12 bars and restaurants. You know that the game will be on all of the big screens. There's a winning seat at 40 table games. There's 3,000 slot machines, so during halftime, you can kick over, put a couple bucks in one of the machines, plus the thrill of bingo, full-service sports betting, and more. Yeah, you want to lay down some cash on your favorite team, you can do it all at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. If you're ready to spark something new, light up your senses at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Explore more at their website, paysbig.com, paysbig.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Backups are on southbound 43, basically from Hampton down past Capitol Drive. Northbound side's going to be slow right around the North Avenue curve up to Keefe. The rest of the system actually looking pretty good. Just got one broken down vehicle on the off-ramp to Holt Avenue from southbound 4394. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy, snow showers later on with a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by UW Credit Union. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. The Wisconsin football team and head coach Luke Fickell have made another splash in the transfer portal. Former Arkansas and Cincinnati inside linebacker Jaheim Thomas has announced his commitment to the University of Wisconsin for next season. Thomas led the way for the Razorbacks defense this past season, leading with 90 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks. Jaheim Thomas is quite familiar with Wisconsin head coach Luke Fickell, spending his first 3 collegiate seasons at Cincinnati when Fickell was the head coach.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
Homer here. There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. She wants a diamond. You know it, I know it, and Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge selection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $9.99? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $9.99 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and Brookfield. Why overspend when you could save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Better for less. Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. They got some of mine. Remember, before you do anything, call Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit RobertHackDiamonds.com for information, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If it's gotten to the point,
I don't think shower.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to take a shower? You just told me you're offended by your own BO.
No, but I think it's deodorant, Gabe. Showering does nothing. It really doesn't.
You are wrong.
Because
you must be showering wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Perky's Old Fashioned Mix. It is the mix with the booze already inside the bottle. What's great about Perky's is they've got options for you. They've got bourbon, brandy, for a limited time, cranberry brandy. So it's great. If you're just looking for that Grandma Perky secret wherever, whenever, you just pick up a bottle, you add the soda, you're good. If you're a sweet person, if you're a sour person, just add the soda. And if you're looking for where you can purchase it, they make that easy for you as well. Just go to perkysoldfashioned.com, and they have a search feature. If you're even looking for that cranberry feet option, they have a specific option just for the cranberry to make sure you can pick it up wherever you want. Perky's Old Fashioned, Wisconsin made, your bartender in a bottle.
800-990-3776. We are asking you this morning how many points you need the Packers to score, or you think the Packers need to score in order to beat the Bears in a win-and-you're-in game at Lambeau Field Sunday afternoon. Chef Ed, your texts are coming through. We always appreciate your contributions to the show. He said he didn't know if his new phone was working, so I wanted to let him know that, in fact, it is. Let's get to this audio from Rutledge and Hamilton that you can hear on ESPN in Wisconsin in the afternoons. ESPN Madison, right, Joshy?
Madison, yep.
In the afternoons. Jim Rutledge is famously, and it's people know this about him, right, that he is a diehard Bears fan. So these games between the Bears and the Packers are always, a little bit tricky for our friend Jim Rutledge. So who did he get into a fight with?
This is with Tausch. Tausch does an appearance with him every Wednesday. Tausch loves a good argument and debate.
We sent our top toad.
I was going to say, hold on, before we get to this, I want to quickly power rank who you don't want to get into a argument with on our ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee airwaves. We just said that Tausch is number one with a bullet, right?
Yeah.
After that, gap? Is there a gap?
Well, it depends upon the argument, I guess.
No, just generally speaking. Potluck.
Yeah, Scalzo was in the same tier.
Yes.
Was in the same tier as Tausch. Those two would just argue for sport.
For funsies.
Don't necessarily even believe their position.
Sometimes
but they're
they
dug in.
argued the same side, but we're arguing about it.
Right. All right, that's a good one too. And then after that?
I put Homer up there.
Chewy will cave.
Homer.
That's the thing, Chewy. We'll get you, and then you'll be like,
it's
what?
too much energy. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
There's a relentless nature.
Wear you out.
Because I come out strong, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. You're right.
Yeah,
Homer,
a sprinter.
Yeah, Homer's.
You don't say you're right. What you say is, well, now I'm thinking this. And you're like, yeah, that's what we've been trying to convince you
or
of
he
for the
looks
last
to
10
Joshy
minutes.
and goes, Joshy, let's go to break.
Yeah. No, Homer's high on the list.
All right.
Homer's up there.
All right, so we almost have a Mount Rushmore. We've almost got a Mount Rushmore of people you don't want to argue with on those types of things. Tausch, Scals, Homer.
KBN, anyone?
I do feel like Kyle would just yell at me.
Ben's tricky because he moves the goalposts on you. You'll have a moving target. That's a tough one to argue with.
Yeah. So maybe it's Gaber's. Maybe Gabe, you're our number 4. Could be. By default, we can't find anyone else. Is basically what we're getting at here.
You know who's a pain?
Reporting for duty.
Me, I know.
No.
You're perfect example. Me, I know. Well,
Evan's a pain.
Yeah.
Cone.
Yeah. A little bit
Don't
of
you
a
think?
needler.
He loves you. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but he just pushes buttons. He's a button pusher.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Tausch every week on Wilde and Tausch go at it.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's on their show every week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't,
the hell are we?
He can't be on our show. He has a show at the same time.
Oh. 2 M's.
Doof. All right, let's get to this sound.
This is why you're not on the list.
Yeah,
From Jim Rutledge talking to Tausch about the Packers-Bears rivalry and game.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather be the Green Bay Packers or the Chicago Bears, Jim Rutledge? Whose franchise would you rather be
Chicago,
as we sit here right now?
Every single day, especially Sundays.
Oh, my God. All right, I can't help you then. I think we found the root of why Bears fans are where they're at. You just explained it right there. Oh, you didn't have this. You didn't have that. You guys have been irrelevant. You can't beat the Packers. It's been how many years? And you're sitting here complaining about the Packers.
You're proving my point. If the Packers lose to
Rudy blow it?
Yeah,
like, what are we doing?
Right, but the Packers, you proved my point there. So the Packers do lose to the Bears, the lowly, pathetic Bears. If the Packers lose to the lowly and pathetic Bears, then it's a big F for the whole season because you got to eat that all offseason to hear the Bears say they beat you. Now, it's not going to happen. The Bears aren't going to win. The Bears are not going to win this football game. But if Jordan Love and the Packers go out and blow this game at home, that's an F. That's something Aaron Rodgers wouldn't do.
Okay, as somebody who has worked with Jim for a number of years, some classic telltale Jim Rutledge signs here. Like he's trying to set the trap of a couple of different things along the way. At no point in that conversation did anybody call the Bears lowly or bad. Like they've been bad for a long time, but this year they're not lowly or bad. They're not that far behind the Green Bay Packers. And then he sets the trap of, clearly the Bears are going to lose, trying to lower the expectations for himself so he can come back and dunk on everybody if the Packers lose this game on Sunday. This is also, you have to remember, this is also coming from the same guy that in 2010, when I was working with him and the Packers and Bears played in the NFC Championship game, after the Bears lost that game, he's like, oh, it's fine because the Bears are ahead of schedule. Bears are ahead of schedule. They weren't supposed to be in this game anyway, so it's fine. They're ahead of schedule. Did they make it back to an NFC Championship game since then?
No, they're all crab bucket people. They can never say, you know what, I hate your team, but they're pretty damn good. They're incapable of doing that because, we live in a big city. We're city arrogant.
City arrogant.
All right, we got to
now.
start making a list. We got to
now
we got to
we've
start
got job arrogance, computer arrogance, and now city arrogance.
Am I right?
Am I
Youth
missing
arrogance?
one? Oh, there was youth arrogance?
Well, because last night he called it old arrogance. He meant youth arrogance.
What was that conversation? I missed it. Was it in the text chain?
It was in the text chain.
Because I didn't like Kraft's comment. I didn't like, and Joshy thinks it's fine. I'm like, that's because you're youth arrogant. Which is all tied into the other one.
It was the loudest stadiums list that got sent out. Lambeau was 6th.
Oh, that was it.
And Gabe said, with all the old people in Lambeau, they're 6th. And he said, careful, buddy, with the old arrogance, meaning youth arrogance.
Yes, that's what I meant.
So we've got computer, city arrogance, youth arrogance, and what's
job
the other one?
arrogance?
And job
'Cause
arrogance.
Angie thought her job was more important than
job
his.
arrogance. Do we have any more arrogance?
I think it was
need to add to this list?
technology also. The whole bucket got thrown in technology arrogance.
So am I right?
Is that just computer / technology?
So it's city arrogance that is
Don't they
fueling
have
Jim.
Yes.
Sure, but Chicago's better than Green Bay, right? Like,
and not at football.
I'm talking about the cities. Again, now who's moving the goalposts? You literally just said city arrogance.
We need a break. It's Friday. I'm already thinking about the Blammer.
Bozo.
So I pushed yesterday Blammer to Thursday to today.
Oh,
It's got
okay.
football arrogance.
Would you
over
watch
there.
a Packers game with the Blammer?
He does not know one player, and he claims he loves Wisconsin. He loves Iowa because that's where his wife's from. He loves the Packers. He couldn't name 2 players on any of those
I don't
teams.
think that's true. He could name 2 players.
Well, let's get him on
He probably,
sometime. And
he
quiz
probably
him.
named Chewy.
Yeah. You know, that guy from Mississippi?
He'd call him Tubby.
Yeah. That boy Chubbs. He is.
He calls you Chubbs?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hilarious, Jen. You
Yeah.
need... the
Yeah.
next
Fat
time
boy.
we do a happy
Or Q
hour
Club.
out at Q Club, you clear your schedule. A show will be put on.
He takes over the table, you know. Chubbs, get me one in a tall one. What am I, 5? I don't need a short glass.
Not this Mickey Mouse stuff.
These guys love him.
Oh, Joshy was just putting quarters in. It was spectacular.
You should see him with a gummy.
We put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll. How many points do the Green Bay Packers have to score against the Chicago Bears to win on Sunday? Right now, resoundingly 24 or more. And that is because, again, the Bears' defense has been strong, but more importantly, the Packers' defense has been weak. And they think that Justin Fields and company will be able to put up points on the Packers' defense. Sorry about it, Joshy. Sorry about it.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's not arguing.
He's tired.
He's tired.
He's tired.
We roll the ball out. Justin Fields just scores 1,000,000 points, and that's how it goes. The Packers lose by 30 because they stink. Got it.
Why was Rutledge so adamant about the Bears losing? What was he doing?
Because he's protecting himself.
He's protecting
Oh,
himself.
is that what he
It's
does?
called hedging.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Protecting yourself, but then...
You're familiar with the
I
concept.
am. I'm a big hedger. I'm a big fan.
Because again, then when the
Surprised you
Bears
can't
win,
spot
you can
it.
still turn around and dunk on people.
Gotcha.
All right, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on after this. We'll wrap up the week after this.
Brewers Winter Warm-Up.
Full
It's
show.
presented by UW Credit Union. Make sure you're getting your tickets for this, taking place January 13th at the Miller High Life Theater. You got a couple of options for tickets to check out some of the players and coaches who are scheduled to be there, like Aaron Ashby. You've got Pat Murphy, the new manager, Ricky Weeks scheduled to be there. Some alumni like Prince Fielder, Jim Gantner, Corey Hart, Ben Sheets, Robin Yount, all scheduled to be there. So you got a couple of different ticket options. You can get tickets to the Saturday Main Stage Theater only, which is $22, or get the Main Stage Theater plus the autograph session, which starts at 10 a.m. Those cost $42. Make sure you're going to Brewers.com to check out Brewers Winter Warm-Up, presented by UW Credit Union.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Q Club of Wisconsin is the hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
Gary, we have so much going on. We're still the place to be on game days to catch the green and gold. Book a holiday party in our VIP room, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. Plus, we have great live music every Saturday night. And of course, we've got our fish fry on Wednesdays and Fridays, where you know we pile it high.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out qclubofwisconsin.com.
TaxAct can think of a million things more fun than filing taxes. TaxAct is going to name some now. Sitting in traffic. Folding a fitted bedsheet. Listening to your coworker talk about his fantasy team. Digging a hole. Digging an even larger hole next to that original hole. Unfortunately, TaxAct's filing software can't make taxes fun. But TaxAct can help you get them done. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Hey, it's Gary Olson here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? No matter the season, rain, snow, or shine, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is open for you. A top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. Just $35 an hour gets you a round and puts that summer feel back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Watch your team compete on big screens in Team McSee's Sports Bar or the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook Room. Yes, you can bet the spread, parlays, futures, and more with Sports Illustrated Sportsbook at Island Resort and Casino. Your place to bet on sports. To book a game time getaway at the Island, call 800-682-6040 today.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service. It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey, riding with you every mile since 1977.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Any of those things because it exceeds. It's like I'm sorry, I'm burping up my apple right there. That's what that was. I wasn't pausing for effect. I literally was burping
All right,
my
can we
apple.
just go to break?
No.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You know what makes me happy? My wife being happy. That's why we go to the jewelry center. Let's be honest, most guys don't have a clue when it comes to buying jewelry. Gabe's one of the smart ones. Got the engagement ring and the wedding bands from the jewelry center for his wedding last year. They also do in-house repairs for watches and other fine jewelry like my championship ring when it needs work. I know where I'll be taking it to the jewelry center. They have 3 locations to stop into: Greenfield, Brookfield, and Burlington. And if my wife can't tag along, she can just text me a picture of what she wants. The Jewelry Center can custom create any piece from just a photo. Amazing. I'm living proof. Happy wife, happy life. The Jewelry Center will make it happen. Brookfield, Greenfield, in Burlington, and online at shoptjc.com.
Our friend and teammate Shane weighing in on the private text line saying that Craig Carmesin should have been considered for our Mount Rushmore of people you don't want to argue with here on
Very
ESPN
fair.
Wisconsin.
Very fair.
This morning on our show, he did say that this was a game that was in the best interest of the Packers and Bears to both lose. So now we're talking about like the 1919 White Sox here, trying to lose the game. Any truth to that? Any truth to the Bears should try to lose this game. The Packers should try to lose this game. I can't stand the idea of the Packers trying to lose just so that Justin Fields looks good, so that the Bears commit to him long term and they can just sit there and rub their hands together like, mwah.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
They got the first pick.
Success. Who does? The Bears?
Yeah. They're just saying whether or not you commit to Justin Fields long term.
Right. I'm saying even if he plays well, they're still well within the right to take Caleb Williams.
Correct.
They could do that. He could play well, and they could still say, we've seen enough.
Yeah, he could light up the Packers, win this game, but yeah, they go, hey, we're going to hit a hard reboot here, clean house, bring in a new GM, coach, quarterback.
I think he's already shown enough. If you add a weapon or two, it's just going to make him better. I'm not saying he's going to be great. He's not going to be a perennial Pro Bowl player. But
well, and that's what Packers fans hope.
Yeah.
They hope that they commit to another guy like a Jay Cutler.
Harrison scares me more than Caleb Williams. Just saying.
He's not even on the roster yet, but
one of them are going to be. Was.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
It's Friday.
Soon, maybe.
Don't be going vocabulary arrogant on me. All right?
All right, well, ahead of the list.
On the list, yep. How many points do the Green Bay Packers have to score against the Chicago Bears on Sunday to win? 60% of people are saying 24 or more. We did have one loyal listener weighing in saying, historically speaking, the number is 21. Fields has never won a game where the opposition scored more than 21 points. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the Packers-Bears game. William Tausch is next.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X Golf and American Family Field is open all year round.